Oh, yeah, obviously not ideal. Losing BJ's, quite sad. He's been a class performer for us in the last couple of tests. So he's been batting well, and his keeping has been top drawer. So it's a sad for him, and sad that he misses out. But I guess that's just the nature of sport, and just sort of things that happen, and you've got to deal with it. And then obviously Bruce Martin as well. He's been also bowling quite well and played quite well for us and did quite a good job. So, but again, it's quite exciting seeing a guy like Dan around the change room again and training with us, and just having hopefully the possibility, and if he plays, being able to stand on mid-off and pick his brains when you're running into bowl is quite nice, because just experienced campaigner and just one of those guys who you can always rely on.
In terms of Brendan as well, I mean, obviously he tried to get shot on the gloves for a wee bit. Is there a feeling that sort of does slightly lessen his impact as a batsman when he has to keep wicket?
Yeah, well, obviously it's not ideal. It's been playing up on his back a little bit and things like that. So, I know he's got to fight and bite on his teeth and do a job for the team. And it's just the sort of player that Brendan is. He's going to do the most that he can for the team. There's going to be quite a bit of running up and down for him as well, because he likes lately being able to talk to the bowlers and with plans and things like that. But like I say, having that opportunity of maybe having Dan at mid-on and mid-off and picking his brains, and through the messages will come there, will be pretty awesome. So definitely be quite beneficial for us in that sense.
So for the lesser experienced players, how important is Vittori as a sort of an icon almost of New Zealand cricket? Is he just really raise everyone else's spirits when he's around? Yeah,
massive. He just brings a good spirit into the team, and he's quite a funny bloke, and also brings quite a bit of humour and in tough situations sometimes. So it's good to have that sort of thing around the team. But like I say, I mean, he's just got immense experience. So as a bowler, to stand there and when you have a question or got a little bit of a thing to pickle someone's brain, he's going to be the one you want to talk to. So it's pretty good having him around the scene again, and what you get from him. He's just a class performer. So it's positive for us as well. It's good to see him back, and what you get from him.
This is a final audition for the Ashes for some of the England batsmen. Is there a chance that some of you New Zealand bowlers can get in amongst and expose some of those nerves, do you think?
Yeah, I think for us, personally, we couldn't care less about the Ashes, to be honest. I don't think we're looking at it that way at all, or even at the batters. I think for us, it's just it's to try and get a win away. We've played a couple of tests, and a couple of times we've come close, and but yet so far. So it's been a little bit frustrating for us as a unit. And I think the last test at Lords, we got ourselves into a perfect position and to win a test, and two bowlers came out and just serious class. They just bowled unbelievably well, and just we're in the receiving end of it again. So for us, it's just fully to focus on taking the positives out of that previous test where we can, make the most of it, and come back and make the series 1-1. For us, is to come out and we've got nothing to lose, so make sure we can walk away here with that confidence in getting a win.
Not to disrespect the New Zealand team, but specifically about the nerves that the batsmen may be feeling with lots to come in the summer.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I think it's something we can obviously pick on, but I think for them, they will also focus on making sure they win the series and taking that confidence into the Ashes. So for us, like I say, it's purely just controlling the controllables and making the most of this test year in these conditions to try and get a win away. I think that's our personal goal.
How difficult is it to come back from being bowled out to 68 and play a test 3 or 4 days later?
Yeah, it is tough. I mean, obviously, as a batting unit, it plays on your mind a little bit, and you got to strive for a little bit of confidence and find something out of it. But I thought we batted well in that first innings, and I think we can take quite a bit out of that. So yeah, I think there's still a lot of positives we can take from our time here and from the times we spent in the middle. We just got to, I think, reset our focus. And I think there's a lot of video footage going around, and I thought both teams bowled well. But I thought at times the England team showed that when we bowled well and got the ball to swing, they were very patient and gave us nothing. That we almost had to go a little bit searching and trying to create something. So I think our batters as a batting unit will look at that and know that it's something which is tough and hard to find, but it's just sometimes you want to try and get it in the way and score those runs and just get off the mark. But I think it's just showing the way they played us at that stage where Root and Trott got a bit of a partnership going. I thought they played really well. They just we got the ball to swing and got in the right areas, but they just gave us absolutely nothing at stages that we had to try and create something.
But you did bowl out England twice for just over 200 on both occasions. Do you sense some vulnerability in their batting, like perhaps someone like Bear, is a guy who could target maybe a little bit out of form?
Yeah, I definitely do. I think I think it's still a thing where if you get them 2 or 3 quick down, you can definitely squeeze on that. But they've still got a couple of performers, that match winner performers that can put up their hand on a day and change a game. So I think it's something to be aware of and not really go too far out of hand. I mean, Matt Pryor got a pair in the previous test, but we know what a class performer he is as well. So for us, it's just got to make the most of it and try and play the situation, not really get ahead of ourselves too far, but just again control the controllables and the match situation as it is. I think for us it's just to keep putting the ball in the right area and make the most of it. If it works on the day, it works.